Friends, welcome to my channel. I'm in coaching center. Today I'm going to explain your 10th standard chapter 9 Heredity and Evolution. So let's come to the chapter. So we have learned about sexual and asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. The human work in human is a sexual reproduction. In this chapter we will learn about heritage, inherited. Next topic, first topic is accumulation of sexual during reproduction. So, first topic is this. Let's come to the topic. So imagine that first generation people, first generation has different inherited body size inherited or body size, and the second generation has different inherited. Second generation has different inherited. So inherited means the body design is the generation provided by body design or design and change in it. The change we get in it, by that which we get the reproduction, that is called as inherited reproduction. Single reproduction happens in a sexual, you all know. DNA copy, by DNA copying we will have some features of parents, and we will learn rules of inherited. In inherited we will learn some rules are there for inherited. So does the variation has chances of survival? Variation has chances of survival in different environment. Different environment, as I said, there is no chance. Depending on variation, variation, there will be different chances for survival on which variation or they are being on that variation or on that place from many years, like that. There will different chances to live, chances to survive. So we cannot say that they will not survive. There will be made some chances for some organisms. Is heredity. So the outcome of the reproduction that remains of the individual of similar that are individual and the similar body, the similar design. They will be having little bit similar face. Little bit face will be similar. You may have seen when you may have born, your parents may say his nose is like me, like that only they will say no sometimes. So that they will be having similar due to a DNA copy of their heredity. Heredity is the rules of the rules of traits and inherited the rules on this will the rules that are on inherited and traits, on that this heredity will depend. Inherited traits traits so we already know that child has all features of human beings human beings, but he does not look similar like his parents. He does not like similar like his parents. Rules of inherited of traits. The rules are so both the mother and parents mother and both the mother and father contribute for the reproduction of child. That means the child is influenced with both parents DNA DNA. Thus, in traits there will be two version of similar child means it has two version means it's mother's DNA and father's DNA it has, but he is only one child. Correct? No. Mendeleev who done the periodic table. Mendeleev worked on the inherited. He worked on it. Used first piece that are first he took means round seeds, the round peanut seeds and wrinkled seeds that are little bit cut. Wrinkled seeds he took, and then he took tall and short seeds he took. Then he took white peanut seed and violet flower he took seeds, not it is plants. He got plants. Then so on he took a tall plant and short plant, and short plant produces progeny means it produces offspring or new plant it produces. But when we calculate the percentage of them, calculate the percentage means how much height it is, percentage of tall and short progeny first generation means the first plant that comes from this progeny, it will be tall and medium and height, little bit height it will be. But so this means that we can see one of the parent plant in this, the tall parent plant. We can see both the plant has not contributed, only the tall parent plant has contributed, so it became tall. He checked whether they both are same height. He checked same height, both are tall only. It was reproduced by pollination. It was reproduced by pollination. It was pollination by method of pollination. It was reproduced. So they both have same height. So they both have same height, and as well as F1 it is called as the plant we get. F2 in next generation, F2 all are not tall, all plants are not tall, some are short or more or short plants in that. Tells us this tells us both tallness and shortness depend on depend on heritage and traits of F1 plant. On that it depends on F1 plant. See in this photo, so here in this the small in this the T and T are tall plants, they are tall plants, and the small TT that are TTT, these are small plants, they are small plants, and single copy T is single copy is needed to make the tall or short we can say with a single T, and T is a dominate traits, it is dominant traits. Big T is dominant trait and small t is recessive traits, they are recessive traits. How does the trait can be expressed? How does the traits can be expressed? How it can be expressed? And so how it can be expressed, as we know it is happened, the trait is happened by progeny characteristics of Y and R. Characteristics of Y Y characteristics of Y and R, sorry, Y not Y and R are independently. This is the photo of traits, or we can say the independently. They cannot be independent here. There are wrinkled seeds. There are some of the seeds. They have R and Y. R means wrinkled, and next topic is, after this the next is sex determination. There will be chromosomes in human body, human body, and due to that what happen means, so for a development of child, for a development or reproduction of child, reproduction the parents should have 22 chromosomes, and women have perfect pair of sex or chromosomes, it is called. It is 20, it is XX, it is, we call it as XX, and men has X and Y, they don't have perfect pair. And in this one pair is called sex chromosomes, it is called as. This depends on if a child gets X chromosomes. If a child gets X chromosomes from his father, as you know, the father, our father has X and Y chromosomes. If the child gets X chromosomes from his father, then it is a girl child. It is a girl child. And if a child get Y chromosome from his father, then it is boy child. It is boy child. So like this we can say whether it is boy or girl, because so the if a child has both X and X chromosomes, then we can then we can say that it is a girl child. And if that has X and Y chromosomes, then we call it as boy child. It is boy, we can say. So this is how sex determination is happened, or how we can say whether it is boy or girl. So we have learned about the variation and the error in DNA copying result in sexual reproduction. So reproduction next after that. So an illustration. So consider. So first you all consider that there are green beetles, green beetles, green beetles, and red beetles, and brown beetles. Consider brown beetles in a leaf. In a leaf, there are green and brown beetles. So what happens means, so the brown beetles are eaten by eagle or other flying animals. So if they are eaten, so the count of count of brown beetles it becomes less. So consider another thing. Consider that the brown beetle or came in elephant food. They died because of elephant food. They died. So there will be left only green beetles. Different stems, and are the different change or different variation happens in beetles. So acquired and inherited traits. So therefore the weight of the weight of beetles or less. So a scientist Charles Darwin worked on this, telling that if there will be some germs that are connected, will have goes to DNA, and if we remove that germs also, it will not die, or there will be some hair for them. If we remove that, the the germs will not die. He said that. So I'll explain the next topic in my next video. So till you understand anything, so like the video, comment on my video, and subscribe my channel and coaching center for more video. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care and have a nice day, friends. Bye, friends.